Vitu ndogo ndogo ndio swali kana moja. Nyole wenyu serano.
Hata wataacha ile message tumepeana, hata kusema
hata maneno yako.
Kwa hiyo
nitumie kuachana na vurugu. Mbona unapenda vurugu nyingi?
Thank you very much. Asanteni sana, ladies and gentlemen of the press. We are here as Nairobi City County Assembly members to give a press statement on the happenings that have been going on in this Nairobi and what we have observed. We have a few pointers that we will be able to give to you for you to deduce. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, in the first few weeks, Nairobians have witnessed a resurgent Mike Mbuvi's Sonko behaving like a wounded cat pursuing revenge. One wonders why the governor is having all these outbursts and theatrics, considering His Excellency, the President, saved him from impeachment. Fortunately, we are not strangers to these theatrics. We were all here when the governor has failed to deliver on his mandate and signed off the key functions of Nairobi County government to the national government. This came as a relief for many Nairobians whose dwindling hopes were renewed with the creation of Nairobi Metropolitan Service. Sonko should save us from his dishonesty, his fraudulence, his deceitfulness, and his treachery, and allow Nairobians to move on. He is on record pleading and begging His Excellency the President to assist him in running the city and rescue him from cartels. It is disheartening and disrespectful to the President of the Republic of Kenya for Sonko to allude and purport that he signed the agreements while intoxicated at State House. It is common knowledge that Sonko signed the main deed of transfer and later signed an addendum. Is he saying that State House is a brewery? Is he saying that the President endorsed drunkenness while signing such an important document? A leader who is not ashamed to accept in public that he acts under the influence of alcohol or other substances should not be allowed to even chair a village cattle dip committee, leave alone being governor of a very important capital city. He apologizes to the entire nation and to Nairobians. Sonko should recall that were it not for the president votes, he could not have attained the 800,000 votes that he brags about. So while you're saying that Sonko only has about 100,000 votes because the president got 793. Indeed, NMS under the leadership of Major General Mohammed Badi has not disappointed, and the turnaround in service delivery in Nairobi cannot be understated. Within only 100 days of existence, we have seen a complete transformation of the CBD. Water is no longer a pre-election promise, with over 200 boreholes already drilled in Nairobi. Mokuru slums will no longer be the same. One can now fish in Nairobi River. Mishuki Park has been redeemed. The Grogon Road is almost complete, and grabbed public utilities are being reclaimed. The General has also promised a lot in areas of transport and health, where each sub-county is going to have a hospital by close of the year. With Badi's 100 days track record, we have a reason to believe again. Certainly, with all these NMS achievements, the drama king in form and style of Sonko and the cartel surrounding him, of course, are not pleased. It is not all lost for Nairobians. The 4 functions that were transferred constitute of 80% of the annual county budget. These are funds that were being swindled by Sonko through briefcase contractors and garbage collectors. Aware that he will no longer control this expenditure of these funds, Sonko and his cartels have sensed danger. They are now fighting back. Indeed, Sonko has unleashed all his arsenals on each and everyone who supports NMS and Major General Badi. We have seen him threaten to withdraw from the deed of transfer. One wonders whether Sonko even knows how to withdraw from the agreement that he confessed he does not even know how his signature got there. Assembly and in protecting and legitimizing NMS, Sonko, with the help of some State House operatives, are now trying to destabilize the assembly operations. Having realized that our Speaker, Honorable Beatrice Elachi, is an ardent supporter of NMS and His Excellency the President's desire to transform the city, Sonko has bribed a few MCAs to coerce Honorable Elachi with threats of impeachment. Some of the MCAs who you see yapping around that they will impeach Speaker Elachi have never even uttered a word on the floor of the assembly. If they don't know the simplest procedure of requesting for a statement on the floor, how will they even know the procedure and the threshold required for impeaching a speaker? We know that Governor Sonko, in his wild attempt to impeach Honorable Elachi, is exploiting the harsh economic times that MCAs are going through COVID-19 and the COVID-19 pandemic and the closure of Assembly's CBK account at the behest of Sonko himself. He is now trading an MCA signature with 50,000 shillings. We are bringing it on. We know that Sonko's accounts have been frozen, so he doesn't have money, and now he is using liquor licensing board funds and the disaster management funds to facilitate his schemes. We want the officers who are aiding and abetting looting of public money that is meant to support healing of alcoholics and other community-based initiatives that we are coming for them. We also request the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to investigate these accounts and the officers who hold these accounts. Attempting to impeach Elachi is like trying to cut a mugumo tree with the proverbial razor blade. We want to inform all those who care that Honorable Elachi is here to stay because she has stood with the interest of Nairobians by fully supporting NMS, which is being fought by Sonko. We have the numbers, we have the brains, and we have the machinery to protect our speaker from these vultures in Nairobi. As right-thinking MCAs, we want to warn Sonko and his sympathizers that we have run out of patience with them. He should detest from interfering with both NMS and the Assembly and concentrate with fighting his corruption cases in court. He collapsed his county executive and he should leave other institutions alone. As we speak, we sympathize with Sonko's executive since there is absolutely nothing that is happening there. The CECs have been reduced to hanging out in Upper Hill, taking tea in Upper Hill the whole day without doing anything. Yet they are drawing salaries. In fact, Sonko should capitalize on the provisions of the recently amended County Governments Act and appoint a deputy governor to assist him in the running of the peripheral functions that he was left with. As an assembly, we are now fully focused on supporting NMS to realize development in our wards. We are happy that NMS and its directors are embracing the assembly by responding to our inquiries thanks to the sober leadership of Honorable Beatrice Elachi. NMS could not have come at a better time. For finally addressing the question of the clerk of the assembly, indeed for the first time, Nairobi County Assembly has a clerk who was procedurally employed and a person being used by Sonko to frustrate the assembly. Ngwele should be busy seeking for a safe escape rather than being the source of confusion in the county. As such, we will not allow any sideshows in the assembly. We urge the police to decisively deal with all persons who may attempt to cause chaos within the precincts of the assembly. We want to declare here and now that Jacob Ngwele is persona non grata in Nairobi County Assembly. Finally, we are happy that during this COVID-19 period, we are the first assembly to adopt virtual plenary sittings, and therefore there is absolutely no reason for anyone to expose him or herself to the virus by visiting the assembly precincts. Virtual claims. So all we are saying is that Sonko should stop interfering with Nairobi County. He should stop interfering with the assembly. He should concentrate. He has taken NMS to court. Let him concentrate. He even said that he is fan of cases. So to watch Yakai Kotini, he lets NMS and the assembly to do what we are meant to.
He is a failure from the onset, and he should be aware that is a failure. NMS would have not come if he was performing. Sonko has all along been pretending to be launching even projects and programs he has done from the county government. The guy has done nothing. But with the coming of the Nairobi Metropolitan, we can assure you, particularly my ward, Mcas, I have been chasing for a borehole, one borehole for the last 4 years, and I was not able. With the coming of the general, already within 1 week, I have 5 of them. So that can clearly tells you that that is a replica in each and every ward. Governor Sonko keeps on pretending to be a very rich man. I've always raised this issue. This man is not rich. The man is a big pretender. Try to tell him not to pay pending bills. He will have nothing. The man literally takes 40% from every contractor. 40%. Which means even the contractor themselves, the work they are doing, those are shoddy jobs. How do you part with 40% of the money you have worked for? That definitely clearly tells us that even the work you did may be nihewa. So we want to warn Governor Sonko to stop using money meant for emergency, pretending to be using his Sonko rescue team. Sonko rescue team has no money. They are using money from liquor and disaster management. That is the money has been using. So now we are going to pick on them, and any officer who is in office and have been really condoning that, then they must be prepared to face the music. So one thing we love to remind Sonko is that he's not going to impeach Elachi. If he is trying that, I think in any case, we sponsored his motion to be removed. We are going to get back to that, and we are going to remove him because he's already a failure. We really don't care about him. But in any case, by tomorrow, we are going to start the impeachment motion about Sonko because he has let us down. We have got nothing to do with him. He should allow Major Generali to continue serving the people of Nairobi. That is what we are saying. And also, I would like to plead with the state. You see, when we are trying to remove this man, the state intervened. And I've never been happy about it. The state should allow us to operate, to do our work. We want to remove Sonko. We don't want anybody from the state to come and interfere. They should allow members of the county assembly to do their work. We don't want to be called to stop impeaching Sonko. We want to impeach Sonko. Instead of impeaching Elachi, by next week, it will be another story. We'll be impeaching Sonko. Thank you very much.
Wakati kwanza kabisa NMS ililetwa katika kaunti ya Nairobi, rais wetu na former prime minister walikuwa wameona ya kwamba Nairobi imeenda kwa wrong direction, na sasa wangetaka ikuje barabara ile inastahili. Sisi tunataka kuapili kwa president wetu Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Nairobi imekuwa vibaya sana, na tungetaka kwanza, sababu iko bill alipitisha na akaweka sahihi, na governor ameshindwa kulete deputy governor. Tungetaka yeye kama party leader atuletee deputy governor katika jiji la Nairobi, sababu hivi vipindi ambayo tumeona kama leo asubuhi hapa, governor anatumia goons wakuje waibie watu hapa wakisema wataki speaker. Speaker ni MCA alimchagua, na ni sisi tulimchagua, na sisi ndio tulisema speaker arudi hapo, na hatakikani kusemekana na raia from anywhere atakuja ama guni yote akuja aseme ati speaker aondoke. Speaker aendi popote, na speaker amefanya vizuri sana. Ameshirikiana na rais wetu Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, ameshirikiana na NMS, na kila mwananchi wa Nairobi ameona vile NMS imefanya kazi katika Nairobi hii ama county hii yetu ya Nairobi.
Was Gathenge also drunk? There was a man, an administrator of high standing, who is called Lebo Morintat. They were standing next to him, and after that they were given 21 days to go and look at the document, and as members of the assembly we were told to go and do public participation. We had all this time to look at this document and come and agree or disagree with it. He went and signed it, and in fact the day he was signing this document he was so sober to an extent that he was even shooting videos in State House. He leaked some of the videos that he was shooting in State House. So this war we are witnessing now is not the war of Elachi. It's not Elachi's war. This guy has just discovered that what he gave out to the president is what he needed, because he cannot get 10% from the contractors when he's not paying. So he wants to take over those work from the general and pretend that he wants to remove Elachi. It's not about Elachi. This is not about Elachi. This is about Nairobi Metropolitan Service. And the boys you are seeing running around town with with motorbikes. These people have been paid and they have been misled to believe that there's a problem in the county assembly. The problem is not in the county assembly. The problem is in Upper Hill and KICC. This is a war that is actually meant to make Sonko regain the power of getting 10% from the contractors in Nairobi, which he lost when he gave out the functions. He did not realize that when he was telling the president to help him run the city, it was also going with the payment of contractors. So now he has discovered it goes with the payment of contractors and he wants it back. But one thing that is very funny is that he does not realize that when he signed that document, there were clauses that will lead you on how to vacate it. Those are the areas he did not read, neither did his lawyers read for him. So sometimes you wonder, why were you given lawyers to work with you when they cannot help you? So I want to tell Nairobians to stay cool. Work is coming. Major General Badi is coming to every ward in Nairobi. He is not a politician. He's coming to do his job. He was only trained to listen and work on the actions. And I think more than 70% of the wards have seen the works that have been done by Nairobi Metropolitan Services since its inception. And those of us who are supporting NMS, we are not just supporting because somebody gave us money. We are supporting because we have seen the goodness of the job they are doing to the people of Nairobi who elected us, and it's our mandate to support whatever good that is going to them. So our colleagues, I'm pleading with our colleagues who are intoxicated now. They are the ones who are intoxicated, who are supporting Sonko to say they want to remove Elachi. They are living in a dreamland. Tell them to come back and work with their colleagues because people elected you to give them services. Now you are standing in the middle of the street making noise that you want to impeach Elachi from the streets. Elachi cannot be impeached from the street. She is impeached from the assembly. So these colleagues of ours, we are pleading with them. We know there are tough times and the pockets are empty. Please just take that money because it does not belong to Sonko. The money you are taking does not belong to Sonko. Take the money and come back. Thank you.
Okay, lastly, kwa jamii ya wale vijana wawili saizi, tumeambiwa kwamba wamepigwa risasi baada ya Sonko kuitisha town kunyang'anya watu. Mheshimiwa Impala pala hapa amenyang'anywa kwenye barabara, na tunaomba Major General na IG wa police kwamba tuwezi ruhusu town iendelee hivi. Sisi kama viongozi wa Nairobi, viongozi wameongea. Tunasema kwamba Sonko hatutaruhusu wewe kuvuruga Major General. Ukivuruga Major General unavuruga rais. Ukivuruga rais unavuruga Raila Amolo Odinga. Na sisi tunasema imetosha. Kesho asubuhi tutakuwa kwenye bunge. Afternoon tutakuwa kwenye bunge. Ndugu zangu wamesema kwamba isipowezekana hatuna budi kuomba ruhusa kwa rais pamoja na ndugu yake kwamba sisi huyu mjamaa Kalembe Ndile anaita yeye mwewe. Ukiona mtu amechokesha paka Kalembe Ndile kuna shida. Unakula kuku ya Kalembe Ndile 1400 kuku. Kalembe Ndile ni mtu anafanya biashara yake. Kama Kalembe Ndile analia, je, mtu wa Nairobi atafanya nini? Lakini tunasema kwamba katika sheria sisi hatutaogopa kuzungumza ukweli. Na Elachi yuko hapo. Naambiwa kwamba mjumbe wangu Ochola ndiye ameleta ile mswada. Ochola mwenyewe sikumbuki lini aliposimama kwenye bunge. Sijui kama anajua kuandika ama kusoma. Sielewi. Lakini tunasema kwamba sisi kama wajumbe, umeona hapa very sober people, kwamba Sonko ana drive, unapewa kwanza chupa ya pombe na bangi na cocaine ndio uweze kuongea. Hatuwezi ruhusu hiyo. Na tumesema serikali ichunguze hapa hili vizuri. Watu wanafanya nini hapa hili wakati ya COVID-19? Sonko anaweza kukutana na watu 1000, serikali inaangalia tu. Sonko anaweza ita vijana wetu kutoka Dandora, kutoka Kawangware, kutoka Dagoreti, serikali inaangalia tu. Sonko hayuko juu ya sheria. Sonko ameenda Lavington miaka 3. Sonko hakujua kuna nyumba ya meya huko. Sonko amepeana fire station, generali amerudisha. Wacha tuwaeleze ukweli. Hii unaona Sonko akipiga kelele ni pressure. Ameenda amechukua pesa kwa fire station, wenyewe wanasema ulitupatia shamba, rudisha pesa yetu. Hiyo ndio shida. 10%. Nilikumbuka kwamba Biblia inasema kwamba 10% ni ya Mungu, si ya Sonko. Na tunaomba rais kwamba mtupatie ruhusa ya masaa 44. Masaa 48 peke yake. Tutakuwa tumefukuza Sonko kwa jiji hili. Atakuwa anakaa mua akiangalia Nairobi kwa hivi sasa. Cha mwisho, juzi Senator Murkomen amerekebisha County Government Act ikasema baada ya siku 14 sasa chama ina uwezo ya kuleta deputy governor. Na kwa hii tunataka kupeana ilani kwamba chini ya wiki moja tunaomba rais pamoja na chama Jubilee ilete naibu wa gavana wa Nairobi, na kama itabidi tutatembea kama viongozi paka headquarter ya Jubilee, tutatembea paka Ikulu sisi wenyewe na kuzungumza na rais ana kwa ana atupatie sasa deputy governor wa city ya Nairobi. Na kama sivyo sisi tutaendelea na Sonko ajue kwamba signature zake ziko na tuogopi yeye. Sisi tunaogopa Mwenyezi Mungu, maji moto, rais wetu Raila Amolo Odinga na radi. Hii ingine tuko. Hii ni mchezo wa watoto. Na MCA ambao wanajua kwamba wakiamka asubuhi lazima wakunywe pombe na bangi ndio waongee, tuko na nyinyi. Kuja kwenye bunge, zungumza, si party after party. Nimeona mwingine paka amevaa ile specs bonoko ya Sonko ndio aweze kuongea kwa sababu macha ioni. It is serious. This is a capital city. Na nashukuru viongozi wenzangu. Tunasimama kidete, tunasema tuko ngangari. Ukileta ya speaker, leta tu tutakuongoja. Saa hii tuko wote virtual kwa sababu zaidi ya MCS 3, wacha niseme hii. Zaidi ya MCS 3 wako isolation. Zaidi ya MCS 3. Huwezi risk maisha yetu kwa sababu tunataka kuimba Sonko barabara. Hiyo ni mchezo wa watoto. Hatuwezi ruhusu. Asanteni sana.
Jana the other MCS
ODM Chair Lady Nairobi. Nataka kuongea kuhusu wamama wa Nairobi ambao ni ma MCS. Sisi tumenominatiwa na party. Na party ikisema left ni left. Party ikisema ni right ni right. Naongea kuhusu wamama wetu ambaye hawasikii maneno ya party. Party iko na Madam Beatrice Elachi. Party iko na mheshimiwa whip wetu Mheshimiwa Imotok. Na tena party iko na NMS Mheshimiwa ama Honorable Mbadi. Na hapo ndio mwelekeo. Na yule mtu ambaye hayuko na hao, ujue chuma yako iko motoni kwa wale nominated MCA.
Jana the MCAs wanasema